Hi there, we're back looking at Chapter 10 text assignment for AutoCAD. Let's jump back in with part 3. So we've got bits and pieces together. Okay, let's look down at this one. Standard style starting at point 1 at 1.25, comma 1. 1.25 high using underscore and overscore as well as other symbols. This is where you look in chapter 10. Let's see if we can find it real quick. Let's go back here. Okay, that's lesson 9. Let's see. This is still chapter 9. Sorry, I should have been, here we go. 10. Make that a little smaller so we can see the whole page. Go forward, justification. Here we go. Single line text control code sequences. Degrees is %% D, plus or minus is %% P. Diameter, which you would think would be a D, is actually C for circle because D is already being used by degrees. Scroll down a little bit more. We should have underline and overline somewhere here. Here we go, right there, underscoring, U for underscore, O for overscore. Okay. So we're going to zoom out a little bit. Move it over so we can see them both next to each other. Change your font style, not your font style, your text style, to standard. Now remember, do not use standard after this assignment. Single line text, justify, go back to left. Start point is 1.25, comma, 1.0. Height is 0.125. Rotation is 0, so standard style, colon, starting at 1.25, comma, 1.00, comma, 0.125 high, using. Now, before you type the word underscore, type %% U. Then type underscore. To turn it off, type %% U again. And %% O for overscore. %% O to turn it off again, as well as other symbols, colon, 360, the degrees is %% D, comma, plus or minus is %% P, 0.10, comma, and %% C is diameter, 0.500. Enter, enter, save our work. Now these next two, we have Gothic font and backwards. So again, change your text style. Each text style looks different based on the font that you assign to it. So I'm going to pick Gothic. I'm going to say single line. I'm going to just pick a point in space. Make sure, notice that little symbol that says endpoint. Make sure your object snaps are off, or it might pull you over there. Okay, so pick a point right about there. Point 2 looks good height. Angle is 0. Capitalize Gothic font. It's a little big. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to repeat the command. Pick a point in space. I'm going to say point 125. Let's try that. Angle 0. Gothic font. Enter, enter. Turn cap lock off. Now the next one is a little confusing, backwards. So I changed my text style to backwards. Start my command. Pick where I want it to start, where the B is going to go. 0.2, I'm going to change that to 0.125. Rotation 0. Now notice, I'm going to start typing backwards, the word backwards, but it's typing forwards because it's easier to read what you're writing as you type forwards. As soon as I hit enter twice, it flips it backwards. It's a neat little trick. Okay. Now, this next one. The above circle has a 0.25 radius with center point, or the center at 0.5, 4.25. This is with the D text, which is single line text, Roman S1 font. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a circle. I could go to the home tab, or I could just type C for circle, shortcut it. Specify the center point is 0.25 radius with a center at 0.5, comma, 4.25, the radius of 0.25, and that puts it right there. Now the number 45, it goes in the middle. Let's try that again. There we go. Is Roman S1 located in the middle option. So single line text, justify, not center, but middle. Specify the point. You don't pick, you actually type in. Okay, so it's going to be centered in the center of the circle. So we already know that's at 0.5, 4.25. So I type in 0.5 for the X point, comma, 4.25 for the Y. Height is 0.2. Rotation is 0, and the text is 45. Now, this barrier at 1 inch, you can offset it or you can draw a line that's an inch over. Okay, then this text is Roman S1 style, 0.1 height, starts at 0.125, 3.875. So single line, Roman S1, justification, double check, make sure it's left again. Start point, type in the coordinates, 0.125 along X, comma, 3.875 along the Y. Height is 0.1, rotation is 0. I'm just going to type the above circle as 0.25 radius with center at 0.5, comma, 4.25. In quotations, the number 45 is 0.2 high, comma, and located with quotations, middle, option, enter. This note created with backspace that with D text to help keep all text to the left of this barrier at 1 inch. We use the dashes. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the arrow symbol, which is shift period, Roman S1 style, 0.100 high, looks like a semicolon, start at 0.125, comma, 3.875, enter, enter. Okay, now I got an error in here. So I have to go back in and edit. But before I do that, I'm going to draw a line from the center of the circle. So I'm going to turn my object snaps back on, center. Actually, I'm going to start line from here up straight. So I'm going to turn ortho on. And I know that my height is 4.25 high. So I'm just going to go straight up 4.25. Now I've got a line here. I can move it over one. Or I can offset it 1 inch to the right, hit escape, and then delete the original. Save that. Zoom out. So this is that text assignment. If you want to add a little bit of extra, notice I forgot a line. I forgot the word instructions. Now this is a little bit of a trick. Notice because these are single line text, each one has a grip. It's going to come in handy. I'm going to go down to my text, my object snaps, and I'm going to turn on node and insertion. You can never remember which one it is. Okay. So I am going to move all of these lines of text down one row from insert down to insert. I'm going to copy my top row back up so that my spacing is equal and correct. Then I'm going to double click on this new top line and I'm going to edit it. I'm going to say instructions, colon, enter, enter. And I can use that, I can copy that up, double click, call it text exercise, enter, enter. Now I'm done. All right, so I will post these, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me or call me, and we'll go from there.